Welcome, my name is Caroline Mugure. We start off with Matters Education, where education stakeholders from the East African region are converging in Nairobi under the Edtech organization with a view to putting in place a proper framework for the rollout and success of e-learning in schools in the region. And as Robert Wanyonyi reports from Nairobi, there is need to bring on board everyone to analyze key areas of digitalization in schools in the region with a view to making the digital learning sector a success.
Education technology experts from the East African region are meeting in Nairobi to discuss ways of promoting digital learning in schools in Kenya and the East African region. Speakers at the second day Kenya Edtech Summit 2023 said, despite the strides being made in the area, there were still numerous gaps to be filled to expand digital learning. Lydia Mreithi is the Deputy Director of the Center for Mathematics, Science and Technology Education in Africa, Semestia.
We reflect on the incredible journey we have undertaken and development in the field of education, and particularly our major is STEM education. And let us work together to ensure that every student, regardless of their background, has access to quality education.
The co-founder and convener of the summit, Jennifer Otieno, said there is need for everyone to be involved in order to build solutions that are sustainable and effective to advance digital learning in schools in the region.
What it takes is really dedicated efforts to empowering the leaders of learning, which are our parents, our teachers, and our school leaders, to make sure that they have the skills and confidence to be able to use technology effectively to lead learning in schools or in homes. We also need localized tools and content that are aligned with our government's curriculum and actually make sense in the contexts in which they're being used. So if digital infrastructure is a challenge, how do we use low-tech interventions to meet the needs of the learners in that community?
Otieno emphasized the need for necessary interventions which must embrace inclusivity and equity to be able to respond to the needs of all learners and their teachers.
They consider the 4 building blocks to be content, capacity building, policy, and digital infrastructure. So all of those different pieces need to be aligned in order to make digital learning work in schools across the country.
The summit participants emphasized the need for coming up with interventions that are specific to a particular context to benefit the learners.
Bringing our expertise together to create a bigger, ripple effect of improving education outcomes. Equitable and inclusive policies and regulations are necessary for technology usage. Everyone has the right to learn and prosper. For the Center of Innovative Teaching and Learning, we believe that technology will help improve the quality and relevance of education to help prepare youth to look for dignified and fulfilling jobs.
Manos Andrenain is the Director of Global Education Monitoring Report, who addressed the summit remotely, advised on the need to have clear evidence to inform decisions that will upscale the interventions around making digital learning accessible to all. The 2-day summit that was organized by Edtech Kenya chose Kenya as the venue due to the robust nature of digital infrastructure in the country. For the News Outlook from Nairobi, I am Robert Wanyonyi.